Okay, you could probably tell I'm recording this pretty late. My hair is all messy, but I just finished watching Daredevil episode 5 and 6. So in episode 5, we find Daredevil basically being the hero of this bank heist that goes down. And one of the main co-stars is who I believe the dad of Kamala, Miss Marvel, right? I haven't seen Miss Marvel, but they just kept on alluding to this, that he's her dad. So I'm thinking, okay, so then probably is. He's the assistant bank manager. Anyways, these Irishmen are the ones who come. They've got guns. They're all color-coded, representing all the colors in the rainbow. And they come in this bank, basically, obviously, for a heist. Turns out it's not really for money, it's for a jewel. And they may or may not be working for someone special. Daredevil throughout all of this is playing blind. I mean, he's blind, but like, he's playing blind, not Daredevil blind with his heightened senses. But obviously nobody knows who he actually is. And then on the outside, you got police officers who are the most impatient police officers I've seen on television and film. I don't know, these guys gave the lady on the phone who was trying to talk things down, the cop who's trying to get those hostages out safely. And yeah, she was a bit of a smart aleck. It didn't really seem like, I don't know, she was talking anyone down. It seemed like she was very confrontational and stuff, which obviously you wouldn't want robbers and thieves and people with guns holding hostages to be. You wouldn't want to rile them up even more, but she was doing that. Anyways, yeah, man, they just come in. They break in like 20, 30 minutes, not really giving much time, right? Okay, some cool stuff does go down. Daredevil's fighting. He's got that vault scene because he's got like crazy hearing. His ears are basically that instrument that doctors use to check your heart. That's basically what his ears are, right? Obviously, he puts his ear to the vault and he's over here like finding the correct combination because he needs to get the diamonds in order to stall and buy some time. So that scene was visually cool. It was cool to see his powers in action. But dude, like, this whole episode just felt unnecessary. It did feel like a side quest, just not needed. I don't know if Disney wanted this to promote some Miss Marvel like product because they had like a Funko Pop of Miss Marvel. I don't know why they really included this episode. It has nothing to do with the central story. Fisk isn't at all in this episode. Not that he needs to be, but the central problems is just gone. I don't know what the heck happened. And then the writing, it felt really poor in this episode. The jokes didn't really land. In the beginning, the assistant manager is asking Matt dumb questions like, oh, hey, why didn't you wear green today, Matt? And Matt is like, what? Mind you, this is the assistant manager like knowing that Matt is blind. And he's out here asking a blind man why he didn't wear green. Just think about that. Think about that for a little bit. That's what was written. Those are the sort of things that were written in this episode. Yeah, so episode 5, waste of time? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. Episode 6, we come back to the main story. Matt Murdock starts us off with a good morning prayer. It's good. Look, man, we're halfway through the season, and this is basically like the first Catholic reference we're getting from Matt Murdock. I am disappointed, and I think it's just because Disney's afraid to go there. And by go there, I mean really focus on one of Matt Murdock's most important aspects of his life, which is him being a Catholic, his religion, his faith. This prayer in the beginning just felt like at the end of the show, they told Disney like, hey, like, don't forget that Daredevil's Catholic. And they're like, oh, that's so right. Let's just put a prayer in the beginning of an episode and we'll be all good. Like, that's what this felt like. And there's no deep exploration of that part of his life and that part of his character, which is really important to him. What they're doing with that part of Matt feels either A, lazy, or 2, just like they're avoiding it. Neither way, I think it's bad. Okay, so Daredevil in this episode is brought to his attention what Muse has been up to. There's been kidnapped, missing people, very graphic stuff when it comes to Muse. Pretty graphic stuff, even the photographs and what they show on screen and the things that they allude to, that his graffiti is from actual blood. That's kind of crazy and dark. And so Daredevil throughout the episode is him learning about Muse and eventually tracking him down to save Hector Ayala's niece. On the flip side, Fisk is trying to grow his mayor influence on this big project that basically the city elites don't want to support him in. And he's got problems with vigilantes, with Muse on the streets. So he creates his own task force. And at the end of the episode, he lets all of his rage out on his prisoner Adam, because he's got temper problems or something. I'm not too sure. Of course, at the very end, Daredevil kicks Muse's butt. The editing and use of cutaways is strange. If the transitions between scenes is also weird. Of course, the fights now include a lot of CGI for Daredevil, which is a bit off-putting because that's really not like a trademark in Daredevil fights. But overall, the fight with Muse was alright. And of course, Fisk is just going berserk on Adam. His writing is weird. He's like doing that Fisk thing that he does with his two fists that he did in Across the Spider-Verse. You know what he's saying? Like, boom! And he's yelling, mine, mine, mine. like, like a little spoiled brat. And I know he's referring to Vanessa, but it's just, I don't know, man. I just don't really see what they're doing with these characters. We're halfway through the season, and it just feels very directionless this season. Anyways, that's just my thoughts for Daredevil. Episodes 5 and 6. We're already over the halfway point. Let me know what you guys thought. Please subscribe, comment, and like the video. Bye-bye. Have a good day.